It's good to be here. I don't know where I am, but wherever I am, it's good to be here. And my name is John Archer, in case you missed that. I'm a comedy magician. I've got to tell you that nice and early, because if you look me up on Wikipedia, apparently I was the first black mayor of London. That's not a joke, it's true. It took me by surprise as well. Is there anything interesting on your phone, sir? Thank you. Well done. Well done. Well done. I don't mind you being on your phone, but when it's a comedy gig and you're in the front row, fella, you're just asking for trouble. You really are. What is your name? Because I think we might bond now as the evening goes on. What is it? What is your name?
Sorry, I'm not.
No, what is it? What is it?
Dennis.
Dennis, excellent. Good to have you with us, Dennis. Big round of applause for Dennis. Yes. Little googling Dennis at the front there. Good to have you with us, Dennis. I bet that seemed like a good seat when you came in, didn't it? Hey, right near the front. You try getting somebody to swap with you now, fella. It's not going to happen, I tell you. Jesus loves you. I haven't decided yet. That's the way it works. It's a Christian thing now. You die that the rest might laugh. That's the way it works. But so anyway, no, I'm going to do a few tricks that will stun and astound you for weeks to come, possibly months in Dennis' case, I don't know. But there's one thing for certain: you won't ever come to a comedy gig and use his phone at the very start. Not anymore. He's learned a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. Well done, Dennis. Now, I thought I'd start with a little bit. There's bands and everything on tonight. It's going on till about 4 in the morning, and so I thought I'd start with a little bit of music. And I learned to play the guitar when I was 5. Now it's a ukulele. Don't panic. I'm not huge. Okay. So here we go. A little tune on the ukulele. Here we go. By the way, for the sound man, just to ease your mind, the reason why that microphone isn't working is because we've unplugged Philippa's little voice box, and it goes through that. All right, so you can relax. No, you weren't aware. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell Philippa, to be honest. I'll have left by the time she's on. But anyway, I've untuned the guitar as well. I'm having so much fun. And are you with Dennis? Because oh, you're brothers. Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Good. Okay, so here we go. A lot of people actually see this beautiful, delicate little instrument, the ukulele, and they see a big northern guy like me and they think, I bet he doesn't know how to play the ukulele. And I must admit, it's been quite a while, but you're a special sort of an audience. I thought I'd give it a try. So tonight, for your delight and delectation, ladies and gentlemen, the ukulele. Thank you. I'm kidding! Just a joke, Dennis. Just a joke. Do you want a book to read? Would that help? This is a Chinese number. It's called tuning. Get out. So here we go. A little tune on the ukulele. I put my father in a liquidizer. Now I'm drinking pop. There we are. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. It's like that all the way through, Dennis. It doesn't get any better, all right? I'm not Ben Elton. I don't do clever political stuff. It's like a comedy car boot sale at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All the good stuff's gone. We're left with the crap, and you're on the front row. That's the way it works. Now, I thought what I should do before I actually, get into the clever stuff, because I haven't really started yet, is I thought I'd like to do something a little bit dangerous. And what I'm about to do is genuinely dangerous. People have died doing what I'm about to do, and I know what'll happen. You'll all go back to your little caravan or tent after this, and you'll have had a fantastic night out. There's still time, and you'll get back. You'll have a look in your little suitcase. You'll find a few balloons like this left over from Christmas. You'll think, I'm going to do that amazing balloon trick that John Archer did. Please don't try it. It is dangerous. You could kill yourself. I'll give you a balloon at the end, Dennis. All right. I'm kidding, fella. You can have one now. Here. No, okay. Here we go. Just start enjoying it, Dennis. Just try, at least one of us. Here we go. Wrong end. That explains the headaches. Here we go. That's not the trick. You need to get out more if you're impressed with a fella blowing a balloon up. You really do. That's the opening scene of Psycho, the movie. Do you remember? She's in the shower. He's coming upstairs with a big knife. Dum, 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 dum. You don't remember, do you? All right, here we go. Most dangerous trick in the world with a balloon. That's harder than it looks. Got the wrong size balloons as well. Here we go.
Yes, fine.
I had too many potatoes. I shouldn't be doing this.
Are you using a balloon?
And just give me a minute because I could get a blowback. And could be either end as well. That's the worrying things. Not such a good seat anymore, Dennis. Just give me a moment. No, we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be all right. Now, that is pretty impressive. But if you happen to see me tomorrow afternoon at about 3 o'clock, when that comes out in the shape of a small poodle, that really is fun to watch, I'll tell you. I'll sell tickets for that, Dennis, if you're interested. He's doing text now. He's doing text now. What's going on? Honestly, you've got attention problems, Dennis. That's what it is. I'm on a roll. Might try something a little bit more spectacular. Let me see. This lady here with the orange top. What's your name?
Gemma.
Gemma, I'll tell you what I want you to do. In a moment, I want you to be totally spontaneous. That means you do something without thinking about it, all right? A little bit like Dennis when he got dressed before he came out today. And I'm kidding, Dennis. I'm kidding. I support charity shops. You're doing a great job. It's never easy, is it, when you're between sizes? So what I want you to do... I am a Christian, but I hide it very, very well. I reckon if I've got forgiveness, I might as well use it, you know what I mean? So, have fun tonight. Dennis says sorry in the morning. That's the way it works. So, what's your name again?
Gemma.
Good memory, Gemma. Listen, what I want you to do, when I say now, spontaneously, without thinking about it, shout out any number between 1 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, no fractions, decimal points, or any other numbers. 6 might sound funny, could make Dennis laugh, because something will eventually, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of the mind. Mind. That's me, Dennis. I just moved away from that. Are you sure you don't want a book? All right, here we go. Gemma, now!
2.
2! Look at that! Hey! Be honest. You worked it out, haven't you, Dennis? Eh? He just turned to his friend. He said, "I think I know how he did that." He's got more than one hanky. Now, I thought I'll get the dangerous thing out of the way, and then I thought what I'd quite like to do is a card trick. It's sort of the rules of the magic circle. Every magician must do at least one card trick in his act, otherwise magic will suddenly get popular again and everybody will be doing it. So I'm going to do a little card trick now, but it is a card trick with a difference. Quite often when I say that, people gasp. Not very spontaneous. We'll try it again with a little bit more enthusiasm. Ladies and gentlemen, a card trick with a difference. Thank you. It's a card trick that uses a deck of cards and some elastic bands. Now I don't need the elastic bands just yet, but I do need the cards, and I need somebody to check the cards on the audience's behalf. Dennis, that is going to be you. All right? You are going to be the eyes and ears of the audience for this particular trick, and wonderful eyes and wonderful ears they are too. Not quite in the right place, but close enough. You can always get a job on Star Trek. Listen, what you're going to do, and you're going to get counselling in the morning, don't worry. What you're going to do, Dennis, you're going to check these cards, make sure that they're all different, then you're going to give them a little shuffle. Now, to give you these cards, Dennis, I am going to have to step down off the stage. That will mean I'll have to walk away from this microphone. That will mean that I'll have to raise my voice. That is a professional technique called voice projection, Dennis. I don't want anybody to think that I'm being rude.
Good evening, Dennis! Dennis, check the cards for me if you would, please. Dennis, check the cards. Make sure it's a regular pack of cards. Make sure it's not a trick pack of cards. Make sure they're not glued together in one corner. Make sure they don't have Marvin's Magic written on the back. And then when you've checked them, Dennis, I'd like you to shuffle them for me if you would, please. Shuffle them, mix, mix, mix. But whatever you do, don't change the order of the cards.
It's too late, my friend.
Too late. It's a joke, Dennis. Don't worry. Excellent.
I thought it's not.
Wonderful. Are you happy?
Can be.
Yes. Not today, but you have been once. Wonderful. Would you do a favour, Dennis? Stand up and turn around and face the audience.
Is that a joke?
No, stand up. Okay, so what we're going to do now, Dennis, we're going to play a little game with these cards. I'm going to wrap an elastic band. Whoops. I'm going to wrap an elastic band around the cards side to side, like so.
Okay.
And then I'm going to wrap another elastic band with the cards end to end, thus. That's a Latin word that means thus. And then I'm going to throw the cards into the audience. Whoever catches these cards, I want that person to stand up. That person's going to stand up, you're going to prize open the deck of cards, you're going to have a look at one card and one card only, remember what that card is, and then throw them onto somebody else. And they'll catch the cards, and they'll prize them open. They'll look at a different card, they'll remember what that is. The cards will get thrown around the room until eventually 52 cards have been looked at, and I will name each and every one of them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's not an amazing trick, but it is a time filler. Now, a couple of things I need to point out about this particular trick. The first thing is the numbers are written in these corners here. Everybody have a look. That's the way cards are designed. You will notice there are no numbers written in these corners. So if you prize the deck open on this side, you won't see any cards. You'll be applauding for the wrong trick. The other thing that's important is when you have a look at a card, leave the elastic bands on. It makes it much easier when you throw them to the next person. All right? And when you do throw them to the next person, if you could throw underarm, not overarm, because we have got a few older people here, we could quite easily lose teeth and wigs and things. Not you, sir, you've lost them, haven't you? But everybody else. Oh, you're laughing when I pick on somebody else, aren't you, Dennis? Yes. You and your double standards. All right. If you can get ready to catch, it's a good idea at this point not to look away. These cards cannot change direction in midair. They're not going to think, ooh, he's not looking, I'll move to the left. It won't happen. Deck of cards on the corner of the head. Somebody over there, get ready to catch. Catch. Wonderful. Stand up if you would, please, sir. Prize open the deck of cards and have a look at one. Have you got one? Do you know what it is? Will you remember it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Will you throw it to somebody else? Somebody in the middle of the room? Maybe in the back section or this section? Anyway, you like. Excellent. Yeah, no. It's been there all day, to be honest. Wonderful, yeah. Oh, and they've been thrown again. Somebody stand up with the cards. Stand up, sir. Would you stay stood up as well, please? Thank you. Would you look at a card? Have you got one? Are you happy with it? You're not? Is it? We'll look at a different one then. Have you got one? Have you got one?
I'll stick with it.
Stick with it. Throw them to somebody else. Oh, my word. Excellent. What part of eye contact did you not understand, sir? Excellent. Stand up. Who's got them? We're now kicking them around on the floor. Stand up. Stand up, please, madam. Excellent. Can you stay stood up, sir? Wonderful. Look at the card. Have you got one? Yeah. You happy? Throw them back to me. Sorry. Okay. Your name is?
Jason.
Jason and?
Julia.
Julia? Did I ask you? You're just a trouble causer, aren't you, Chris? Okay. Here we go. You check the cards, yes? They're all different. Hello? Can you give him a nudge? He's wrapping his cable up now. All right. Are you like this when you watch telly? Because this is live, you know that, don't you? And you weren't chatting when your brother was playing the flipping saxophone, were you? You were all, oh, that's my brother. When I'm on, you can't look at me. Right. Just concentrate on your card, if you would, please.
You're lucky you've got microphone.
Concentrate. That's very good. Concentrate on your card. That's very good. Concentrate on your card. Nothing at all. I knew he'd be trouble. All right, here we go. That's got nothing to do with the trick, but I'll tell you what, it frightens some of the Christians in here, doesn't it, eh? No, because I've noticed. Whenever there's anything a bit weird on telly, right, they always put some strange music on. It makes you think it's real. Have you noticed that? Right, there'll be a programme on the telly about the Loch Ness Monster. You watch it, you think, I don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster. What a load of rubbish. Until they put this music on. You think, oh, it must be real. I'll open a programme on the television about Uri Geller, the man that bends spoons with his mind on the back of his leg when no one's looking. And you think, what a load of rubbish, I don't believe in Uri Geller until I put this music on. The mind of Uri Geller. And you think, oh, it must be real. Or there'll be a programme on the television, right, about spaceships, and you think, I don't believe in spaceships until I put this music on. I made that one up. All right. Here we go. I better just say at this point, I do not have any strange, mysterious powers. That's very, very important. I've done these tricks for some church groups that on top of me, prayed for a week. Cast out everything, including my wallet, several times. I promise. I do not have any strange, mysterious powers. Everything you see me do tonight is done through talent and talent alone. I don't want the devil getting credit for all my hard work. All right. Here we go. Concentrate on your card, concentrate on your card, do your best. You check the cards are all different, Dennis, in between phone calls and texts and emails, and then you give them a good shuffle. And you had a free choice of any card, any card, any card. This trick has never ever worked before. I'll keep doing it because one day it will. Here we go. Do not say anything, do not react, do not give me any clues. The 8 of clubs, the Jack of spades, and the 5 of diamonds. If I've named your card, would you sit down, please? Oh! Hey! I know. I wish I'd known that was going to work. I would have done it for a better crowd. I really would. I think I might do another song now. I think you're ready for another song. Here's a little one you might recognise from the charts. If you do, please don't sing along. It's annoying. Here we go. Don't turn left, don't turn right, don't turn left, don't turn right, don't turn left, don't turn right, just keep going straight on. Don't turn left, don't turn right, don't turn left, don't turn right, don't turn left, don't turn right, just keep going straight on. Don't turn left, don't turn right, don't turn left, don't turn right, don't turn left, don't turn right, just keep going straight on. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was a little song by One Direction. Hey! One Direction, Dennis, you see. Don't turn left. Just keep... Now I thought I'd get the card trick and the dangerous thing out of the way, and I thought I'd quite like to attempt to break a world record. Not many people know this, but I am actually a world record holder. I hold a world record for doing a mathematical feat with a 2-digit number in 28 seconds. That's the fastest this has ever been done. But tonight, I'm going to try and break my own world record. Now I need a few people to help me. First of all, I need a gentleman who's got a watch on. I've got a gentleman with a watch on. Have you got a watch on, sir? You have, you just weren't aware of it, or you'd have told me, wouldn't you? Excellent. What's your name? Paul. Paul, wonderful. Paul, you're going to be in charge of timing, Paul, okay? When I say I'm ready, Paul, not before, I'm going to ask you to count me down backwards from 3, all right? Backwards from 3. That's why we're not using Dennis for this. You're going to go... Not long now, Dennis, I'm nearly finished. You're going to go like this. You're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. And then when you say go, you're going to start timing me with that beautiful watch you got from Toys R Us. Now listen. What's your name again? Paul, wonderful. Paul, every 5 seconds, I want you to shout out for me. 5, 10, 15, 20. Hopefully, Paul, you won't get too far past 25, because I'm going to try and break my own world record of 28 cents. Do you understand? Excellent. You get your glasses, get yourself ready, I'll come back to you. And I need somebody to give me a 2-digit number. Lady there at the end of that third row there. What's your name? Bryony, wonderful. Bryony, I'd like you to give me a 2-digit number, Bryony, but it must be higher than 33. Because what I'm about to do is impossible to do with a number of less than 34. When I say it's impossible, Bryony, that's a lie. It's not true. It is possible, but it's complicated. If you give me a number of less than 34, I either have to repeat numbers or I have to use minus numbers. I can't really go into all the details now, but maybe later, over a quiet glass of wine. She's nodding. So is Dennis. So give me any 2-digit number, Bryony. Any 2-digit number between and including 34 to 99. What number would you like?
72.
72?
Yeah.
What's wrong with 34? I practiced that. You want 72?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Bryony has chosen the number 72, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to write the number on the board so we don't forget. 72. I have now got 28 seconds or less to break a world record with Bryony's chosen number of 72. Paul, I'm ready.
Go.
No, stop. Paul, you haven't got a lot to do, to be honest, but it's important that you do it right, all right? Now, I gave you 4 words and you only used 1 of them, all right? Now, that's good. Economically, very, very good, but, you know, in a theatrical sense, you didn't really build it up, so I want like a 3, 2, 1. I want a little bit of energy in your voice. Have you ever had fun, Paul? Have you ever had a good time? Have you seen the great?
Good time tonight.
Yeah, of course you are, because I'm here. Have you seen the Greatest Showman?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's a great film. See, great film. You want to go and see it? It's about Barnum Bailey, but P.T. Barnum, like the big circus man, and he put a bit of energy when he was introducing actors. Ladies and gentlemen, I want a little bit of energy in your voice, and then 3, 2, 1, go, and then every 5 seconds. Is that all right? Thanks. Sorry to interrupt, Paul, but you were rubbish.
Okay, Paul, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
See what happened there, Paul? See what happened there? You gave me the first half this time without the last bit. Have you ever been to the Olympics when they're starting the 100 metres? Can you imagine how annoying it would be if the starter went, on your marks, get set! All right, it's an important word, right? I can't work out that last second all on my own. All right, let's give it. I wish I'd found him earlier, Dennis. You'd have been off the hook. You really would.
Paul, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Go. Excellent. Don't forget, every 5 seconds, I want you to shout out nice and loud for me.
5.
I was a little bit quicker than I was expecting, to be honest.
10.
Oh, you're kidding me. Leave a bigger gap between each 5 seconds.
15.
Oh, I'm not going to do it.
20. 25.
Stop! How long was that?
26 seconds.
26 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, I did it! That's a new world record! That's 2 seconds faster than it's ever been done before!
I'm sorry. Didn't think I could do that. I mean, I've done 20, 28 once. I've done 30 a couple of times. I've never done it in less than 28. Can't wait to get home and tell the kids.
I'm going to do another card trick now.
You want to see what I've done, do you? Alright, I'll show you what I've done, ladies and gentlemen, in 26 seconds. Barely enough time to write the numbers on the board, but if you watch carefully, you may be vaguely impressed. Some of you might even put your magazines down. Look at this. 18 plus 15 is? It's 33. Alright, plus 26 is? 59. Plus the 13 is? It's 72. Alright, the 27 plus 12, that is 39. Plus the 19 is 58. Plus the 14 at the bottom is? 72. Look, there's a big clue on the back if anybody's struggling with the maths, all right?
That's
I'm trying to make this
correct.
nice and easy for you. Look, 11 plus 24, that's 35, plus the 17 is 40, that's 52, 52, plus the 20 at the bottom, 72. 16 plus 21, that's 27, plus the 10 is 37, plus the 35 is 72. Thank you very much. No! I'm sorry, that's not good enough, that slight awkward gap followed by weak applause. It's better than that when I show you what I've actually done on this board with a freely chosen number of 72 in 26 seconds. You will burst into spontaneous applause without the slight awkward gap as if to say, so what, I hope he's not getting paid too much. Watch carefully as we go horizontal as is my want late at night. Look at this. 18 plus 27, that's 30, that's 45, isn't it? Plus the 11, there's 56, plus the 60 there, 72. 15 and 12 is 27, plus the 24 is 51, plus the 21 is 71, 72. 26 and 19, that's 45, plus 17, trust me, it's 72. 13 and 14 is 27, plus the 20 is 47, 37, plus the 35 is 47, plus 25 is 72. Thank you very much. Patronise me. It's better than that when I show you what I've actually done on this board with a freely chosen number of 72 in 26 seconds. You'll probably want to march me shoulder high around the tent, chanting, John Archer, John Archer, he's a witch, burn him. Enough. It's a Pentecostal church. Now look at this. Horizontally, look at the corner numbers. Got 25 in this corner, plus a 13 there, it's got to be something like 38. Plus an 18 there, it's got to be something like 56. Plus a 16 there is 72. Diagonally, that's what I said diagonally. 13 and 19, that's 32. Plus 24 there is 56. Plus a 16, 72. 18 and 12 is 30. Plus 17 is 47. Plus the 25 at the bottom is 72. Horizontally, diagonally, the corner numbers. No! I will keep going till this gets what it deserves. She could have had any number she liked there, Bryony, but oh no, she had 72. We didn't arrange anything, did we, Bryony? We should have done it, makes the trip quicker. Paul timed me, eventually. 26 seconds. It would take some of you longer than that just to take the top off the pen. Sorry to keep bringing you back into this, Dennis. When I show you what I've actually done on this board with a freely chosen number of 72 in 26 seconds, I could be one of the few magicians in the history of entertainment who gets a standing ovation for doing a trick with numbers. Maybe not tonight. No, okay. Look at this, horizontally, vertically, diagonally the corner numbers. But look at the four numbers I mean. We've got 19 plus 17 there is 36, plus the 12 is 48, plus the 24. 72, 18 and 12 is 30, plus 15 is 45, plus 27, 72, 11, 24, 21 and 16 is 72, 10 plus 17 plus 20 plus 35, 72, 19 plus 26 plus 30 plus 40, no! I will tell you when, listen, you can add up those four numbers, or those four numbers, or those four, or those four, you can add those top two numbers to those bottom two numbers, those two numbers to those two, you can add those two to those two, or those two to those two. Over 75 combinations of 72 in 26 seconds. Down, that was such a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. I think you're ready for another song, aren't you? Ready for another tune?
Yes.
Alright then, here we go.
You know, there's not enough people play blues on the ukulele, and you're about to find out why. No, not enough people play blues, so I've written myself a little blues song to play on the ukulele, and I call it quite simply Lazy Man Blues, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to sing it for you now. Lazy Man Blues, here we go. That's it. I do. Now, do you know, I'm fascinated with coincidences. I absolutely love coincidences. In fact, I would probably go so far as to say that coincidences are a passion of mine. Yours as well? Wow, what are the chances? And, no, I love coincidences, and I think one of the reasons that I like coincidences so much is because I'm a magician, and so one of the jobs of a magician is to sometimes try and make it look like a coincidence has happened. And I've got a favourite coincidence, and I'd like to tell you about now. This really did happen. It happened in 2001, and in 2001 there was a little girl called Laura Buxton. She was 10 years old. I think she's older now. And she went to her grandparents' golden wedding anniversary. Now when she got there, she was the only child. Everybody else was grown up, so she got a little bit bored. She was looking around for something to do, and she noticed some red helium balloons decorating the hall. So she took one of the balloons and she tied a little bit of ribbon to it. Then she got a piece of paper and she wrote a name and address on it, and she went outside and she let it go. And it fell on the floor, so she tied it to the balloon. She hadn't thought it through. And she let it go again, and the balloon drifted off and she forgot all about it. Now, 10 days later, 150 miles away in Wiltshire, there is a farmer in his field. And this farmer has a little hedge that separates the field from the cottage next door. And as he looks in the hedge, he notices something, and it is, of course, a deflated balloon with some ribbon and a note attached. So he took it out the hedge and he read what it said. If found, please return to Laura Buxton. He didn't bother reading anything else, he didn't need to. He went straight to the cottage. He knocked on the door. They had a microphone on the door. It was a fashion at the time, that and lava lamps, except they never had a lava lamp. Anyway, a lady heard him knocking because she'd got a microphone on the door. So she answered, and when she answered the door, the farmer said, I found Laura's balloon. You see, the girl who lived in the cottage 150 miles away from where the balloon was left was also called Laura Buxton. She was also 10 years old. You're making this up now, aren't you? No, I'm not. So anyway, the parents of Laura Buxton number 2, they got in touch with the parents of Laura Buxton number 1, and they arranged for the two girls to meet. They met 3 days later. They hadn't spoken to each other or organised anything, but when the girls met, they were both wearing pink jumpers and blue jeans. Another strange coincidence. Both of them had no fashion sense. But then they got talking to each other and they realised there were other things exactly the same about them. You see, both girls were exactly the same height. They both had brown hair cut into a short bob haircut. They both had a 3-year-old black Labrador dog. They both had a pet grey rabbit, and they both kept guinea pigs with similar markings on their hindquarters. Arguably one of the most remarkable coincidences on record, and I promise you, it's all true. Every single detail. And when I heard that story, I was so amazed by it, I thought, I want to keep that story alive. I want to tell that story in my show. I want to do a trick in honour of Laura Buxton. My dream is that one day I will be doing this trick and Laura Buxton will be sat in the audience. If I'm really lucky, both of them in the same seat. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do a little trick in honour of Laura Buxton, and I need a gentleman from the audience to come out and help me. I need a gentleman from the audience who needs a little bit of luck in his life, and to be honest, I've never had so much choice, but I see a lad there with a hoodie, you there grinning at me. You there, what's your name? John? Joel. Joel, wonderful. Joel, come out and help me. Give Joel a big round of applause. Excellent. Run, Joel, run. Good. Where are you from, Joel?
Originally Cardiff.
Originally Cardiff, and I'm shaking hands. Look, and where are you now? Where do you live now?
Falmouth.
Falmouth, excellent. Okay, well listen, what we're going to do, Joel, what do you do? Are you working?
Yes.
What do you do?
Make furniture.
You make furniture, do you? What type of furniture do you make?
English hardwood, contemporary furniture.
English hardwood, contemporary finish. Expensive furniture. Yeah. Expensive. Well, yeah, you obviously don't spend the money on clothes, do you? But, well, that's good, Joel. Well, listen, what we're going to do, me and you are going to play a little game. All right, we're going to play a little game using 2 decks of cards. All right. Now, I've got a red deck of cards here. I've got a blue deck of cards. What I would like you to do for me, if you would, please, Joel, is just to name one of these for me.
One of the decks?
Yeah.
Joel.
Yeah, when I said I've got a red and a blue one, just name one. I was hoping you'd say either the red or the blue, to be honest. I didn't believe you made furniture, but you really do, don't you? All right, Joel, why don't you take Joel, and I'll hang on to Dennis. Wonderful. Now, Listen, Joel, take the cards out of the box. Yeah, take the cards out of the box. Now listen, you're going to check everything for the audience, a little bit like Dennis did earlier. You're going to check everything is above board.
Mate, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
It's probably an important phone call he's got, you know. I can't believe anybody's in touch with him on that phone. I mean, I wouldn't speak to him. But anyway, we're going to check the backs of the cards. Now, I'm going to check mine. I'm going to spread through them. Mine first, Joel. And I want you to confirm that these are all red backs. These are the ones that you left me with. You chose the blue ones. And make sure that there's no blue ones hiding. I'm not trying to slide any blue ones under. Going right away through, right till the very end. Every card is indeed a red card. Are you happy with that?
Yeah. Wonderful.
Would you check yours and make sure yours are all blue for me? That's wonderful. Do you work for yourself or do you work for somebody? You do. Do you pay yourself by the hour? Oh, good chat to you for minutes. I really could. Are you happy they're all blue? Wonderful. Listen, Joel, we're now going to check the faces of the cards to make sure the faces are all different. But listen, make sure, obviously you might see two cards that are like the same value, like 2 2s or 2 4s, but no cards that are the same value and the same suit. In other words, make sure that every card is different. There's nothing suspicious about any of the cards, nothing untoward. They're just a regular deck of cards all the way through. Happy with that?
Yep.
Wonderful. Would you check yours, make sure yours are all different as well? So how long have you been making furniture?
3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years, right. You should finish a bit. Good, you happy? Wonderful, right, here's the game, Joel. We are now going to shuffle our cards. I'm going to shuffle mine, you're going to shuffle yours. Listen, you are in charge of when we stop shuffling. Now you can shuffle them any way you like. I'm just going to shuffle mine like this. You can do any shuffle you like, but listen, you're in charge of when we stop. So start shuffling, and whenever you say stop, Joel, that's when we both stop shuffling. Stop, are you sure? Excellent, okay. Here's what we're going to do, Joel. I'm going to take my top card and I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to ask you to give me your top card. Now, what are the chances, Joel, of these two cards, the blue one you've given me and the red one I've given you, what are the chances of these two cards being exactly the same card?
I couldn't give you the number, but very unlikely.
1 in 52. That's all it is. See, once there's a card on top of my deck, there's only 52 cards in yours that can match it. If we said a specific card, it becomes more complicated. But if we just say any card being the same card, it's 1 in 52. And you gave me this blue one here, which is the Queen of Spades. I gave you that red one, which is, show everybody, also the Queen of Spades. Now, at this point, Joel, intelligent people in the audience, because Dennis has left, they try and work it out. They try and work out how it's done, right? And they think that maybe you've got a marked deck of cards, marked on the back. All right, and as you're shuffling your cards, I see what card you bring to the top. And then I bring the same card to the top. And that is possible, but that's not how I do it. So we're going to do the same thing, Joel, but this time without looking. You're going to face that way, I will face that way. We'll go back to back, shuffle the cards again, and you're in charge of when we stop, all right? Are you facing that way?
Yeah.
Okay, start shuffling. And remember, whenever you want to stop, you say stop. Are you happy? Wonderful. Same thing's going to happen. I'm going to take my top card and give it to you. You give me your top card. Chances of these two cards being exactly the same card is? No, 1 in 51. We've taken one away now. It's like when you've finished one table leg, there's only 3 left. You know what I mean? And yet you gave me a blue one, I gave you a red one. The blue one you gave me is the 9 of hearts. What's the red one I gave you? Also the 9 of hearts. So now people think you maybe didn't check the cards well enough. Maybe there's lots of Queen of Spades or 9 of Hearts in here. So listen, I'll go through and show my audience. There's no other Queen of Spades or Queen of Hearts. You can see people at the front, you can see there's a Queen of Hearts. And you might see other 9s, but you won't see a 9 of Spades and you won't see another Queen of Hearts. You can check your cards as well if you want to, but every single card is just make sure there's no other Queen of Spades or 9 of Hearts in that deck. Those were the only 2 cards that could have possibly matched. Is that right?
Correct.
Excellent. There's one other thing that hasn't happened, Joe. You haven't had a chance to shuffle my cards, and against my better judgment, I haven't had a chance to shuffle your cards. So listen, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle yours, you're going to shuffle mine. So now you've shuffled both decks of cards. That couldn't be fairer, could it? There's no way I could know the order of either deck, and I'll turn and look away, and you can say when you want to stop.
Alright, Joel.
Say something to confuse him.
What?
Say something to confuse him.
Are you happy yet?
Okay, stop.
You sure? Now listen, Joel. I'm going to give you a chance to do something you weren't allowed to do before. Do you want to, now that I've stopped, do you want to shuffle your cards a little bit more?
Okay.
Yeah? You happy? I'll give you my card. Give me yours. Chances of these two cards being exactly the same is 1 in 50, that's right. And yet you gave me the red one, I gave you the blue one. Listen, you show everybody the blue one first. Show them what card did I give you? What was it?
3 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds. And you gave me the red one, which is also the 3 of diamonds. Now, the thing is, I could go on doing this trick all night, and sometimes if I don't like the audience, I do. This trick isn't about me, Joel, and despite your efforts, it's not about you either. This trick is actually about Laura Buxton. There's one more little detail of the story I haven't told you, but listen, I'm going to tell you it as you go back to your seats. Everyone's going to give you a huge round of applause. Joel, ladies and gentlemen! Listen, that story I told you about Joel is all true, every single detail. It really did happen. You know, and when I found out about it, I read it on Guinness Book of Records. I thought I'm gonna ring her up. So I called Laura Buxton up. This is all lies from now on. And I said, was there anything that surprised you about that story? She said, well, it all surprised me, but I'm surprised that nothing came of the picture in the envelope. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, my grandparents played a lot of bridge, so to decorate the hall at the party, they put big playing cards on the wall. And I took one of those cards off the wall, I folded it into 4, and I placed it in an envelope. That's what I tied to the balloon. I'm surprised nothing came of that picture. Joel, I think tonight we're going to put the final little piece in the jigsaw. I think that this playing card is one of those 3 cards that we just stopped at 3 times in a row, even though you were in charge of everything that happened. It's either the Queen of Spades, or the 9 of Hearts, or the 3 of Diamonds. You didn't know this was going to happen, you didn't know I was going to ask you to help, so for the first time, in a nice loud voice, Joel, name either the Queen of Spades, the 9 of Hearts, or the 3 of Diamonds.
9 of hearts.
Pardon?
9 of hearts.
9 of Hearts. Are you sure? Do you want to change your mind? You might wish you had when I open this up and this is the 9 of Hearts. You don't want to. I think you should have done the 9 of Hearts, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. I'd like to sing a little song now about a very, very deep... What, is she starting to pray against me at the back, is she? Bless her cotton socks. It's a trick! So I thought I'd like to sing a little song now, just about a big passion that I've got in my life. I've never really shared it with anybody, and I'd just like to share it with you all now. Here we go. Pizza, 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 a wonderful guy. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I've got time for one more. I travel a lot doing this job. I do around about 45,000 miles a year in the car, obviously. Tried walking, I was late for everything. And I've got to know the country very, very well. I would say I've got almost like a psychic sense of direction. I haven't got a psychic sense of direction, no, but I might say it's a bit like that. All right, we've got to worry about her now. She'll be letting my car tyres down and drawing crosses on the windows. No, I've got a good sense of direction, and I think it's because, you know, I do all these miles here. I travel all over the world. I've performed in about 43 different countries. I think I've performed in every major town and city in the British Isles. And I've got to know the country very, very well. And I've realised there's only two things you need if you want to have a good sense of direction. The first one is a good memory, and the second one is a sat-nav. Basically, if you can remember where your sat-nav is, you're on a winner. That's the way it works. But when I first started doing this, I didn't have a sat-nav. I used to have to use the old-fashioned system that some of the older people here will remember, of unfolding a map on the passenger seat. Can you remember having to do that? And then your partner would have to read the map, and you always got into arguments. It was the biggest sort of theme of arguments for married couples, was reading the maps when you went on holiday. And then when you got to a town or a city, you'd have to use one of these things to find your way around. Guidebooks. Do you remember these? We don't use them anymore, do we? Because we've got Google Maps on our phones and we've got sat-nav in our cars. But, do you know, I've got about 50 of these at home on a little bookshelf in my office. And I can't bear to get rid of them because they've all got little memories. Memories of places that I've been and gigs that I've done. And I brought a few with me to try a little experiment. The first one I've got is an A to Z of London, possibly the most popular guidebook in the world. They still sell thousands of these every day in London. I've performed in London hundreds of times. I think this is my third or fourth copy of the A to Z of London. Then I've got a Michelin guide to Paris in France. I've performed in Paris twice. I lectured for the French magicians. They got me back a second time a few months later with an interpreter, much more successful. And then finally I've got a sidewalk travel guide of Buxton in Massachusetts. All right, and I performed once in Boston. I did a corporate event in a big hotel for some business people. And I'd like to try a little experiment with these books. And a lady from the audience, maybe somebody who hasn't helped so far, it's amazing how nervous everybody looks. This lady here, what's your name? Oh, you've helped already. This young lady here looks ever so nervous. What's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie, wonderful. Jackie, would you take the books for me? Jackie, would you just have a look at them and make sure that they are guidebooks of London, Paris and Boston? The main thing you need to check is that all the pages are different, all the roads and streets are different. Make sure that Paris is indeed Paris, London is London, Boston is Boston. They're just genuine guidebooks of 3 different cities. Is that correct, Jackie?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Jackie, if I was to make an educated guess of which city you were going to visit, Jackie, I could probably get it right 70 or 80% of the time. I'll tell you why. If you ask a lady to choose one of those cities to visit, right, 70 or 80% of the times ladies will say Paris because it's a romantic city. It's got the beautiful art and the music and the culture, the Frenchman with that beautiful French accent. Oh, hello, my little Jackie. But if you ask a man to choose one of those cities, 70 or 80% of the time men would say Boston because they want to drink beer and watch baseball. Now, I'm not saying we're not equal, we're equal, we're just different. It's the way we are. So if I asked you to choose one of those cities to visit, Jackie, which one would you have said? London. Just to be awkward. So you can go to Boston, you go to Paris, you want to go to London. All right, where do you live?
Plymouth.
Plymouth. I can understand why you want to go to London. All right. Do you want to hang on to London? Give me Paris and Boston back. That's great. Okay, Jackie, I'll tell you what's going to happen. In a moment, I'm going to cast my eyes askance. That's a medical term, meaning my eyes will be scantily cast. While I'm looking away, Jackie, what I want you to do is I want you to open the book at one of the map pages. That's this part of the book. All right? Not the index at the back, that's just got lists of names. The coloured pretty bit. And then when you find a page that you like, you might want to skip forward because some people think the book always opens at the same place, and this one does, look, it sort of always opens there. All right? So you might want to flick back to a different page. You might want to flick forward. You might want to flick through like this. I don't know how you do it, but I want you to be happy it's a random page. When you've got a random page, Jackie, and then when you just start looking at all the different roads and streets on that page. Now you can pick a big long one through the middle like that, it can be a little one in the corner. It can be an avenue or a crest or a highway, I don't care, but not a named road, not like the M25 or the M40. And don't go anywhere obvious, Jackie, like, you know, at Piccadilly Circus or Leicester Square, because people will think, well, I bet everybody does that. In other words, choose a random location somewhere in London. When you've done that, close the book, shout, John, I'm ready. I will turn around and attempt to tell you where you've gone in the whole of London. All right? Jackie, away you go. What she's doing now, she's looking through the book. She's trying to find a page. She thinks, no, I'll go to a different one, so she does. Then she finds a page she likes, and she starts looking at all the different roads and streets. Little ones in the corner, big one down the middle, right? Long names, short names, impressive ones, not so impressive. She reads one, she remembers it, she reads it again, and then she shouts.
I'm ready.
Perfect timing, well done. Okay. We'll try and work out where you've gone in the whole of London. This is difficult. So to make it easier, we're going to do it a letter at a time. Jackie, just imagine the first letter of your road or street name on a big white flag. I'm going to try and get it from you. Ooh, ooh, I've written a letter on my pad for the first time in a nice loud voice. Would you shout out? Not the whole street name, just the first letter. What's the first letter?
N.
N. It wasn't E. Was that the flag you were thinking of? I didn't even get the flag. Jackie, there's a few reasons why this could have gone wrong. First reason why it could have gone wrong, I possibly got a little bit of mental interference. Dennis gets that. That's probably why he had to leave. Second reason why it could have gone wrong, Jackie, is I'm not very good at doing the trick. Third reason why it could have gone wrong is you're not very good at thinking. Let me finish. You're not very good at thinking of things literally as words and letters. You're an artistic sort of a person, aren't you, Jackie? Yeah, maybe not so much now, but in the future. You're going to be a tall, dark stranger with a set of crayons. What I mean is, you're much better at thinking of things as pictures. About when you go shopping, you don't have words in your head. When you go shopping, Jackie, you have little pictures in your head. You can see the crumpled up the packet of cornflakes in the bin, you think, I need more cornflakes. You can see the last few granules of coffee in the jar, you think, I need more coffee. You can see the 14 empty bottles of vodka in the bin, you think, I need a bigger bin. You see, from these little pictures, you know what you need. So here's what I want you to do, Jackie. I want you to visualise what just happened for me as a video in your mind. And play it back. Don't do it for real, don't open the book. Just play back what happened. Try and imagine what you saw on the page. Maybe you noticed there was a railway station or a river or a lake. Maybe you didn't, but subliminally you're taking this in. I'm going to try and dive into your mind, pull out all those thoughts, work out where you've gone. I can hear children playing, there's a school nearby. And church bells. And a bus stop. You went left at the bus stop. The T-junction, you went right. I've got it. Jackie, I've written down a location on my pad. It's too late for me to change my mind. I would appreciate if you don't either. That does spoil the trick. I'm going to hold the pad out there at finger and thumb, Jackie. I'll tell you why. I used to hold it here. People would come up after the show and say, John, we know you do that trick. You obviously got a felt tip pen in your belly button. When Jackie says the name of the road or the street, you do secret belly button writing on the pad. Believe me, if I could do that, it's better than the trick I'm about to do. Jackie, while the pad is held out there at finger and thumb for the first time in a nice loud voice, would you shout out the name of the place that you went to? Anywhere in the whole of London, where did you go?
Nelson Street.
Where?
Nelson Street.
Nelson Street. Jackie, did I speak to you before the show started? No. Did they give you any secret, special, magical instructions? No. Did anybody else give you any secret, special, magical instructions? They didn't. I've got the wrong Jackie. She had a totally free choice of any city. She could have gone to London, Paris or Boston. She chose London. Over 15,000 unique destinations in each city. She had a totally free choice of any page, a totally free choice of any road or street on any page. She chose Nelson Street.
I didn't stand a chance!
I'm not Darren Brown or Dinah Rhodes. But this is going to freak you out. Because I've written down here Nelson Street.
Let's give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Jackie!
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience, you really have. You've been a challenge and I think you won. And I've picked on lots of people tonight, made fun of people because of where they come from, what they do for a living. I've flirted with people I shouldn't flirt with. I just want you to know that everything I said to each and every one of you tonight, it was a joke, it was comedy, it was meant in fun. I didn't mean to upset or offend anybody. Apart from Dennis, obviously. But, he won't go on his phone again quickly in a hurry. I do this for a living and I've been doing it professionally now for 22 years. I was doing it semi-professionally for 10 years before that. And when everybody starts in show business, we all have the same dream. We all think one day I'll be famous. We all think one day I'll have my own show on television and I'll have 1 million followers on Twitter and I won't be able to walk down the street without being recognised. And that's how we start. We all start like that, whether we're a musician or a comedian or a magician or a dancer. We all think one day we're going to be famous. And for most of us, for the vast majority of us, It never happens. There comes a point in your career when you realise you're not going to be famous. And it sounds sad, doesn't it? But you know what? It's not sad. Because the very same moment you realise you're not going to be famous is the very same moment that you realise that's not why you do it. See, I don't do this for money. If I did, I wouldn't be here. And I don't do this for fame. I do it for this. Indifference. No, I do it for what you give me back. You see, we all performers, we've got egos. It's the reason we do it. And if any performer says they haven't got an ego, they're lying. We all start out because when we're 6, we tap dance in front of our grandparents and they applaud, and all of a sudden we're bitten by the bug and we want to be stars. And I come out here and I realise that you've probably got favourite comedians and it's not me. And you will have. You probably love, I don't know, Michael McIntyre or Jason Manford, somebody like that. And you might have favourite magicians and it's not me. It might be Dynamo or Darren Brown. But I come up here tonight and you don't really know who I am, and I start doing my silly little jokes and tricks. And as the night goes on, bit by bit, we start to fall in love with each other. No, it's true. That's what happens when you perform in front of an audience, if it works. And slowly you start to understand that everything I said about Dennis was true. He hasn't come back, has he, secretly? And, no, slowly you get to understand me and I get to understand you. And just for tonight, you belong to me. And tomorrow you'll love Jason Manford and Darren Brown again. But tonight, you gave me what I needed. You gave me the laughter and the applause, and that's the only reason I do it. And so tonight, no, not yet. So tonight, I thought I'd like to sing a little song just to thank you for belonging to me tonight. You've been fantastic. I hope to see you all again. Follow me on Twitter or whatever it is that you do that's trendy. And I won't see you at the end. I'm driving away. Here we go. I know you belong to somebody else, but tonight, just for a little bit, you belonged to me. Although we'll soon part, you're part of my heart. 'Cause tonight, just for a little bit, you belonged to me. What fun it has been, and the magic you have seen will keep you laughing all night long, or maybe longer. Bring him home. Les Miserables. I always wanted to sing in the West End. Where are we again? Where are we?
Not the West End.
No, I know we're not in the West End. Where are we?
Southwest.
Southwest?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Southwest? Cornwall. Can we not get more specific? Where are we right now? What's this? Chapel Porth.
Yeah.
Oh, Chapel Porth. I'll tell you what, Leeds is easier. Oh, Chapel Porth. In the morn, you will be gone. But tonight, just for a little bit, you belonged to me, just a little old me. Thank you very much. I love you.